Brian. He's back again to answer your most frequently asked legal questions. This week, Bob Massey joins us with the do's and don'ts and details of picking a guardian for your children, should something ever happen to you. Obviously, a tough topic, and you're joining us from Vegas today. So we don't want to gamble in terms of the future of our kids should anything happen. Well, I want to start with, like, how do you even begin choosing someone? What do you need to take into consideration?
One thing, Elizabeth, that young couples have to understand is when they have children, they need to understand that, God forbid, anything should happen. Who is going to raise those children if there's a common accident? How do you want them to be raised? What kind of spirituality, religion, education, things like that? And although young people should never think about going away at a young age, it's something they should face. And it's very important that if they have children, get an estate planning attorney to make up a will and help choose that guardian of those children.
Okay, Bob, that's interesting. Now, do you put the same person that you deem as the best person to raise them spiritually as a wholehearted kid in charge of the finances, or do you have a checks and balances system there?
Yeah, you should. I mean, I think most people will say, most estate planning lawyers will tell you that many times you want somebody who is educated and understands finances. Because remember, Elizabeth, if you have the guardian of the person and also the estate of that young child, and there's life insurance and assets that needs to be liquidated to raise them and educate them, that puts a lot of money in their hands. Now, generally speaking, guardianships, even when you put it in your will or trust, Elizabeth, has to be approved by the court. And the court monitors the money to be used. There are certain statutory schemes that have to be followed. But the one message to young couples, I lost my best friend 7 years ago in a tragic accident. He was in Mexico with 4 children. And things were set up, thank God, the right way. But that's when you learn, when you see that. Don't be afraid to face this and get good, sound legal advice. Who's raising your child, who's going to take care of the money for your children.
It's a great message for everybody. What if what if the person you put in first position to take care of your children dies? I mean, do you have a backup?
Well, here's the thing. If you're divorced, the biological non-custodial parent, if the custodial parent dies, that biological mother or father who did not have custody always has priority in the eyes of the law. But the court always looks to what is in the best interest of the children. For example, if the non-custodial parent basically was estranged from the children, never bothered with them, never paid child support, and the grandparents were basically involved, the court ultimately would look to say, yes, we understand that biological parent has priority, but what's in the best interest of the children? Those type of things, Elizabeth, if you're divorced at a young age and you have minor children, please get those things addressed with a good lawyer that does this kind of work in family law and estate planning law.
Bob, thank you. Certainly a great message. Tough talk, but something that we need to be having. Thanks.
Good working with you. Thank you.